Hi, Alan Schimmel at DevOps.com here at the DevOps Enterprise Summit, and I'm joined by actually a friend of mine, Andrew Phillips of Zibia Labs. Andrew, welcome.
Thanks, Alan. Glad to be on the show.
Yep. So, Andrew, we're about halfway through the first day when we're taping this. What's your impression so far of DUZ 2015?
I think it's got a great vibe. I think there's a lot of people running around who are getting a lot of good content. I mean, we've seen adoption in the sort of DevOps enterprise space really grow, and I think there's been challenges. People have wanted to figure out how to get started, and I think you can see from the discussions and the motivation people have that they feel that they're learning how to make this actually happen. And seeing large companies, not the unicorns, you could almost call this event not unicorns only. There are so many examples of companies that are not your Etsy's and your LinkedIn's who are actually managing to make this work and who are struggling with some of the challenges that you get in these other industries and other enterprises that, it bodes well for the rest of us.
So DevOps for the rest of us, huh? Okay. Andrew, you want to highlight a few sessions that you are excited about or looking forward to?
Well, that's difficult. Don't really want to have to pick some of them. I think certainly the ones that are I'm looking forward to, obviously Adrian's is going to be an interesting one. It was TBD when I looked, and now I can see on the printed program it has a title. No matter what he talks about, Adrian always has some great wisdom to share, so I'm looking forward to that. There's a few interesting ones tomorrow. We're going to see, I think, Paulie Comtois from Hearst is going to be talking about what he's doing there. And lots of different sub-organizations of Hearst, and I was having a chat with him a little earlier about what the biggest challenges were for him in terms of making this happen, so I think there's some good stuff there. But that's just picking two out of so many that are interesting. Basically, I think for anybody who's interested in DevOps at scale and in a real environment, go find the recordings, go find the speakers. There's great stuff here in every session.
Sure. Andrew, what about Zibia Labs? You guys, anything official here at the conference?
Well, we're here. Official, there's no major announcements I can make today as far as that's concerned. I think the thing for us, this is kind of our home base, if you like, in the sense that some people call my approach to this a bit of a grumpy old man approach, in the sense that making continuous delivery and DevOps happen in a large organization requires the kind of visibility, automation, and control that sound kind of boring if you're a little bit iconoclastic and you're young and you're 10 guys in a room, or guys and girls with a couple of servers on Amazon, and there's no rules, anything goes. But that's not what we're good at. We're good at helping those companies that need to try to figure this out. When you've got lots of different technology platforms, when you've got lots of teams, different parts of the organization at different levels of maturity, and you have to try and herd all those cows a little bit, and so the people we run into here, the people we speak to, the kind of use cases we hear about and speak to, this is our core audience, so I'm really glad to be able to interacting with them.
That's fantastic. Andrew, one last question. What do you think, how does DevOps change in the next 3 years?
Where's my crystal ball? Yeah, how long do we have? Well, I think there's going to be an interesting make or break point coming soon. I think what we're seeing, one thing that characterizes all early adoption phases is that there's a number of people who've kind of got it and who've had the ability to experiment and sort of bootstrap themselves into successful positions. And then you get this wave of people who obviously don't want to go through that same kind of experimental pain. It's like drug discovery, right? The first batch is always complicated, but then you just want to swallow a tablet. You don't want to have to go and wait for your pharmacist to rediscover the drug all over again. And I think, and one of the things I'm trying to work on, but don't want to go into too much detail, we now need to get to a point where we can make a consumable DevOps or CD adoption strategy for companies that can't figure out, or don't want to figure it all out for themselves again. And if we don't succeed with that, I suspect we're going to get a lot of Agile in name only, DevOps in name only types of things where people hire a VP of DevOps and pretty much everything stays the same. If we do give them this kind of ladder, the stepping stones that allow them to get started, then I think we really have an opportunity for this to become the de facto way companies run their operations, in the same way as Agile is now the de facto way in which people develop software.
Excellent. Andrew Phillips, Zibia Labs, thank you for joining us at DevOps Enterprise Summit, and enjoy the show.
Thanks, Alan. Great to be here.